So we are extremely honored to have with us Ms. Shumila Shah, who is the country head in talent management and employee development at Asahi India Glass Limited.
Thank you.
Welcome, ma'am, to IAM. So, how are you feeling here?
I feel extremely privileged because I see a lot of disciplined people here, a lot of greenery,
Yeah.
and it's almost been it's my second visit to Raipur.
Oh.
So it's I was in athletics, and before this I think it's been almost 21 years.
Okay.
I have not touched the land again. A land of opportunities, of course.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean it's been really good. Thank you.
So it's a pleasure for us as well.
Thank you.
Okay. So given our theme is around future is now. So my first question for you would be: so how adaptive learning and AI is affecting the new HR policies and techniques which we are using in the corporate right now?
How adaptive it is.
Exactly.
Okay, so I'll tell you a little bit of background from where I've come from.
Okay.
My tenure is almost 14 years of experience in learning and development. So when I started my career, if I ask a question to a person, who is your person who is going to be a successor, likely successor of this position? What if he leaves?
Okay.
So I will have a lot of manual work to get to that one decision. So adaptiveness of these new age technologies have
Yeah.
really accelerated in decision making to a greater extent.
Okay.
That's one. The second is that I see that an HR back then was just a support function, a core support function, and was not really, I'm really sorry to say, but was not really a respected business to look at, because
Okay.
they did not know what is the on ground reality and where is that you can make majority of your decisions which will go in line with what their wants would be.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, since there is technology, that amalgamation of mindsets have brought into place. They've all been called in because whenever you do any kind of data technology initiatives, you do any velocity development programs in your system, you have to call different stakeholders to get to that one platform and talk to each other. So this is how it enforces people to know what is happening end to end. So a support function is not a support function anymore.
Yeah.
It is just an integral part of your function now. I mean, overall business engine. So I mean, it's tremendous. It's really huge.
Yeah.
And I see people, especially in HR. It was, it was quite a letdown for me when I would ask a question to a person, and all I will get is just the English. I will not get the smartness of the answer, the aptness, the responses, the decisions, the risk-taking attitude. All of that was really missing so far. So coming from the TQM Six Sigma background, my analytical mind was in tuned only because there were some kind of external trainings which were enforced in the system.
Yeah.
But if you talk about the manufacturing side of it, it's still missing there.
Okay.
So we are yet to accelerate, and I'm sure we're going to do great as we go along.
Okay. So adding to the question which I asked, so given AI into artificial intelligence is also catching up in different functions around an organization, and HR is a part of organization which is also not left untouched.
Yeah.
So could you share some of your experience where, and or in case you are planning to implement that in Asahi? So
Yeah.
are there any initiative which you are tracking?
Absolutely. So there definitely will be a lot of traction from AI, ML, robotics,
Yeah.
autonomous robots, anything that you just touch today's new age technology. I think we will be left in the old age if we don't touch it now. It's an emerging need in the business.
Right.
And where I see it going now is that everyone in HR is like, it's a volatile system at this time, because we have a baby boomers in an existing system.
Yeah.
And we have a millennial, we have a Gen X, and I'm sure we will have Gen Z very soon.
Okay.
So catering to different needs of different generations at the same time, when you have only one learning and development, I'll just be very pertinent to my development.
Yeah.
It's really, really, really challenging. A person who is of a mindset that I just need a classroom training vis-a-vis, I don't have time, I want my personal space,
Mm-hmm.
which is with the millennial right now.
Yeah.
I need to go into venture something different, which is not maybe definitely your competency, but it's just adjacent parallel competencies that you aim for.
Yeah.
So catering to all of that, currently we've just got into a project of AI. We will
Okay.
step into it because I don't see that not doing it is going to benefit the organization any better anymore.
Yeah,
So yeah,
that's
that's
true.
that.
So, given you come from a learning and development background, so like at IIM Raipur, we have various students who are aspiring to be an HR and get into learning and development function as well. So, like, would you like to share some of the word of wisdom for those students? So
I
that
think, yeah, absolutely. So, first of all, just be human. That's one thing, even if you're talking digital, you have the tendency of making a robot or sensitivity, get him hyper personalized. But ultimately, you have that one asset that they don't have. And I see technology nothing but a platform. I see technology nothing but an amplified version of human.
okay, yeah,
It accelerates, it has the power of multiplexing the process at
yeah,
a very speedy rate, but at the same time I see that it's a dumb thing because I work at 2 watt and a robot works at a 2 kilowatts.
yeah,
I'm the smarter. Yeah, so that's one. The second thing is that yes, if you aspire to be an HR, do not work in silos. Work with your stakeholders.
okay,
You are the epicenter in the business engine, and you are the one who has to go with something which is very conducive to their culture.
okay,
So you
yeah,
need to attract, you gotta be the magnet, you gotta be in the epicenter. You should not be called in for, you have to call people.
yeah.
You have to tell them what the need is. You have to be very futuristic and very, very, very realistic. So that's one thing that whatever in theories you write or you read, apart from that, these assets are really important.
I think you mentioned quite a good points, and I think students here at IIM Raipur would be delighted to keep them and note them for their future.
I really
So
hope so. Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
so thank you for having
Thank you
like
so much.
coming here. I hope you have a great experience at
Thank
IIM
you
Raipur.
so much.
Thank
Absolutely.
you.
Honor.